So I was getting ready to put together this unboxing video while I was waiting for the bell housing to come, and guess who decided to join the party? That's right, folks. It's here. Now you'll probably notice in the unboxing stuff, this took a long time to get here. I've actually grown quite a bit of hair, especially since I can't get it cut because of the whole situation that we're facing right now. But I am excited for this. This was the most expensive piece besides the transmission, like by far. Oh my gosh, this thing looks serious. Oh, this thing, aside from being about as heavy as you think a bell housing should be, I mean, this is obviously not cast aluminum, this is steel, and it is thick. Man, this sucker is beefy. But considering the whole thing's made out of steel, it actually doesn't feel that bad. Looks like it came with a button for the shift fork in there, but we're not gonna need that where we're going. QuickTime SFI 6.1. There's the sticker right there. And that is the bell housing itself. Big block Chevy to Saginaw, Muncie, TKO, etc., etc. But this will fit a small block and a big block. So if later on, if I wanted to put a big block in the Tide car, or I wanted to use this for another project where I had a big block and a manual, I could do that too. It also came with this plate, engine plate, goes between the engine and the bell housing. This is a good 1/8 inch thick. This is really tough stuff, looks like. And then, of course, all the hardware. This looks like nice yellow zinc grade 8 hardware. And this is the last piece. This is the last thing that we were waiting for before we can start putting the transmission in the car. Okay, so I got a couple more boxes in the mail. Just unboxed the transmission. That thing is rad. I got a few more boxes, so I'm gonna open those up too. Ugh. Oh my gosh. This thing's glued, taped. Let's try right here. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here. This is the box miscellany. Okay, there's an empty box. Let's see what this was. This is part of that, and this is part of that. This is a GM hydraulic throwout bearing. Let's take this whole box, put it on the floor, and I'll just pick stuff out of it. Oh my gosh. This is the 36-inch brake line, which this should be long enough to go from the master cylinder down to the throwout bearing inside the bell housing. I'm hoping it's long enough, but I measured it out and it should be able to do it. We'll see. It might be too short. Who knows? But it's an AN4 dash 4 line. Should bowl right up to that. These are black 3-inch Butler built seat belts. These were like the cheapest belts that I could find on there, and they were actually the same exact belts that I already have in the car on the other side. So I thought I'd get the same ones, especially because they were the cheapest ones, and I lucked out there. This is what made the box so heavy, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is half of what made it so heavy. Dang, that thing is thick. Oh my gosh. So that's the McLeod Super Street Pro. Don't touch that pressure plate. There. Oh, okay, it comes with a pilot bushing. But I don't need a pilot bushing. I have a roller bushing because of the TKO-600. Because it's a newer transmission, and the run out tolerances are much better on the newer style transmissions, TKOs, that you don't want to use a bushing. And then throwout bearing, which I'm not using a clutch fork for this, it's going to be hydraulic, so I won't need that either. But it's cool to have them in case I come upon another project. And then here is the friction plate. Okay, so this is two-sided dual friction material. So Looks like there's copper all in here. I've never seen one like this before, but it's two-sided, sprung hub, 26 spline. Which side goes toward the pressure plate? I'll have to make sure I know that. The hub side has to be facing out because the flywheel is a completely flat surface. Man, that's purty. That is purty. Pressure plate is heavy. There's a lot of iron in there. This pressure plate is thick. Thick, thick, thick. Okay, so this is supposed to be a lightened flywheel. Performance quotient. Extreme duty platinum series flywheel. PRW. Dang. That is a large friction surface. Meets SFI specification 1.1. And this should be flywheel for a small block Chevy, complete with SFI certification sticker. This 12-inch brake line is supposed to be part of a bleeder kit, so I'm hoping that those parts are somewhere else so that I can put the whole thing together. These go to the throwout bearing. All right, this one feels quite a bit lighter than the others. I honestly have no idea what's in this one. I can't even guess. Could be the master cylinder and the rest of the bleeder kit for the master cylinder probably. Okay, so we have the pressure plate bolts. Flywheel bolts were on back order, so I'm still waiting for those. They should be here pretty soon though. Okay, this is just a bag of small stuff, so let's see. We have this I believe is the reverse light harness for the transmission. And then we've got, this is a very, very tiny electric speedo wiring harness. Oh, this is a 1/8 inch NPT 90 to AN4, and this is going to come out of the back of the master cylinder to shoot the cable straight down so they can have a straight shot into the bell housing for the throwout bearing. Then this is the hind end for the clutch master cylinder. This is going to thread on the end and get bolted to the pedal. But this is going to be the way to do it because the clutch pedal is actually offset a little bit to, if you're facing from inside the car, if you're facing the opening for the clutch master cylinder, the pedal is offset about a 1/4 inch, about the width of one of these. So to have a straight shot into the master cylinder, which was an issue I had with my RX-7 when I built it, the actual deflection angle, I kept bending and breaking push rods. So I don't want that to happen with this car, obviously. I don't know if this is how they had it set up with one of these threaded onto the end, but I don't want that same problem to happen here with this car, so I'm going to use one of these. Yeah, these are for the bleeder. Yeah, this is the entire bleeder kit. So we have the 12-inch brake line, and then you have, and it's AN4, and then you have this AN4 fitting that goes in there, and then you have this bleeder screw that threads into the 1/8 inch on the other side of this adapter. And then this will hang out of the side of the transmission, and then you can open the bleeder and bleed it from outside the bell housing, which is gonna make things possible. Because I don't think it's nearly impossible to bleed it, if not impossible, with the bell housing on there. This is the roller bearing. What else? Man, I ordered a lot of stuff. This is the rear seat mount, 3/16 aluminum, and this is going to be used to mount the Kirky. And then we have, I've actually ordered one of these before, long time ago. It wasn't the same master cylinder as this, but I had to order a master cylinder for my RX-7 when I put the V8 in it, because I had to put together an entire clutch setup for that car. So I did learn a lot when I did the master cylinder for that one. One of the things I learned is that Willwood makes excellent master cylinders. Ooh, they did not disappoint. I actually have to walk this over right this second and go check it out and see if it's gonna fit in there. If it doesn't fit in there, that's gonna be a super duper bummer. Okay, I wanna see if this master cylinder fits. I had no idea what goes in here. So let's see if it will fit with the reservoir, which I seriously doubt. There's no way with the reservoir, that ain't gonna happen. And this is the smallest reservoir it came with, so let's pop that off real quick. Okay. Oh, it fits perfect. Wait a minute, maybe I can get the reservoir on there. Move these wires up and out of the way. Can that reservoir go in there after all? That'd be insane. What a tight fit. Oh my goodness. Maybe with these wires moved, it might actually go on there. If I can bring the wires out this way. Huh. Looks like that cutout is put there perfectly just for that. Super stoked on that. So I do believe that's everything. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the transmission install, the seat install, clutch install, all the installs. If you're enjoying the videos, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.